What's going on, guys? Afflicted Gamer here, back with another Division video. So I'm out here in the West Side Pier, and I wanted to talk about the West Side Pier, and in specific the West Side Pier alerts. Lately I've been getting a lot of questions about patch 1.8 and some of the things that are in it. What's the big deal with the West Side Pier, resistance, what happens when you do these alerts, what's the point of doing them, all kinds of questions like that. So this will be, I would say, more helpful for the returning players and the new players to the game. However, there are some things that happen that, some of the veteran players may not know about yet, or maybe they might. Who knows? But if you decide to stick around and you enjoy the video, drop a like on it. It's much appreciated. And if you're new to the channel, hopefully you'll consider subscribing for more Division content. So the West Side Pier is a expansion of the map that we got with update 1.8, which contains the resistance game mode. You have parts of the map out here that are in the skirmish game mode, and then you also have these West Side Pier alerts that pop up every so many minutes. They're all different. As you can see, the one that we are doing right now is find and eliminate 3 bosses, and to my surprise, an exotic dropped at this point. And that was the first time that this happened. And the more that we played out here, the more we got. The short bow knee pads that are dropped don't drop from the light zone bosses, other than if you do the Madison Field Hospital mission. You can get them from that boss. But if you do the farming route, the short bows don't drop there. They do drop in the dark zone, but in the light zone, they don't drop from any bosses. Also, later on, Brain gets a classified defense holster, which is something that does not also normally just drop in the light zone, despite the fact that I've had people tell me they've gotten exotics and classified gear from red, purple, and elite NPCs. I have never seen this in my life, and I won't believe it until I see it. But here is proof. Every exotic in the game can drop in the dark zone now in 1.8. We all know that. But in the West Side Pier, you also have a chance. Granted that it is a much smaller chance to get exotics out here, you can. And if you're doing the West Side Pier alerts and you're enjoying them, or you're collecting your cell phones, whatever the case is, you're getting your commendations done, you have a chance at getting more loot, the things that you want. Somebody asked me actually if they should buy the AK-47 blueprint. They were just coming back to the game. Is it a good gun? And I said, honestly, unless it's your playstyle, I wouldn't even bother to waste the Phoenix credits, because there is so much loot everywhere in the game. You're going to find what you want within a couple of hours. The rewards for doing these alerts are amazing. And I mean amazing in terms of you get a big pile of loot. So if you're new to the game, you're going to get a lot of stuff. And if you get an exotic as a bonus drop there, like I did, and I'm just calling it a bonus because I really didn't expect that to happen, then even better. Later on, I didn't capture it. I wish that it did. But Andrew, Digester, who is in this video, he's coming up soon. He ends up getting a Medved, and the Medved is the exotic shotgun that is tied to the Incursion Clear Sky. So for the fact that it dropped out here in the West Side Pier is pretty awesome. On top of that, I've got a number of different exotics and a few other pieces of classified gear at this point, now that I'm making this video, just from being out here in the West Side Pier doing these alerts. If you want to get your commendations done, which is why we were doing these ones here, I was waiting for the drones to pop up, which happens in the next alert. You literally only have a few seconds to shoot them down before you fail the objective, and that is where Brain gets a classified defense holster just from shooting down a few drones out of the sky, which is pretty amazing. On top of that, when you kill these bosses out here, you get some Phoenix credits, you can get a little bit of extra div tech. Yep, I am making fun of myself because I went down. I blame it on Brain, but I blame everything on him. But anyways, all kidding aside, as you can see there, you do get a little West Side Pier cash, and even though there is only one div tech, when you open them up, if you do a bunch of them, or you spend the day out in the West Side Pier, you do a bit of this, a bit of resistance, you can stack up on your division tech as well, especially for the players that don't like the Dark Zone. Here's an alternative to start to get some. And on top of that, if you get gear that you don't want and you don't like, break it down, because I found that at least 60% of the time I get division tech from them, and that's just regular gear. If you break down anything classified or exotic, you're guaranteed to get one, and one is better than none. It will add up, trust me, it will come in handy. But yeah, the alerts, they're on a rotation, so if you run out of ammo or anything like that, you can always fast travel to the carrier or the pier, anywhere to do resistance, and go ahead and restock, wait for the next one. And I mean, look at that. That's a pretty big pile of loot. Like I said earlier, just to shoot down some drones, there's some Phoenix credits. I mean, you get a lot from doing these, and if you're new to the game, this is a great way to go ahead and get yourself some gear. And by no means am I saying not to go ahead and do resistance. Resistance is a fantastic way to go ahead and get classified gear and exotics by opening up that resistance cache, getting, also the tier 2 caches, because you have a chance at getting them out of there. But as for the West Side Pier, this is the kind of thing that you can have a chance at getting while you're out here. The DivTech, Phoenix credits, and regular gear are a given, but on top of that, getting some exotics here and there and some classified gear. On top of that, just killing the regular NPC here and there could drop you the perfect MP7 or Lavoisi or whatever it is that you want. You never know. There's a lot to get out here, and there's a lot to do and see, and even the cell phones. I like picking them up because I want to listen to Aaron Keener some more. I hope that we get to fight him at some point. But there's the defense holster that I mentioned earlier. I do need a better one. Sadly, that wasn't it. But I mean, hey, classified gear dropping from shooting some drones, who's gonna complain? So anyways, guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video. Go ahead and leave your thoughts and comments down below. Hopefully this was helpful, and I hope that you guys go ahead and explore the West Side Pier, snag yourself some good loot, and have a good time. Other than that, you can follow me on Twitter at Afflicted Gamer, and the stream times for me to be live here on YouTube will be at the end of the video. Have fun out there, agents, and I will see you guys very soon in the next video.